Come in, please.
Good day, gentlemen. Welcome to my home. How may I help you?
Good day to you, Lord Marsh. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my friend and colleague, Dr. Watson. I hope we're not disturbing you. You are with your physician?
Yes, this is Dr. Reuben Fisher. But no, please, I'm intrigued by your visit, Mr. Holmes.
I'm glad to hear it. The last thing I'd wish is to upset the patient. Lord Marsh, can I just say that I admire all of your efforts in assisting the poor of London?
Yes. It is a war that we must fight, on our streets and now, too, from my home. You must surely have noticed those bags full of items, clothing and books for the unfortunate.
That is inspirational. At my own humble level, I too try my best to support those in need. I thought perhaps that I could be of some assistance.
I don't see why not. I already have the valuable assistance of Dr. Fisher, who happens to be my personal physician.
It's curious. Your face seems familiar to me, Doctor. Oddly, I'm associating it with Whitechapel?
Well done. You are right. I do occasionally frequent a few hostelries over there, would you believe it? Not that I am a drinker. But there, dressed as a working man, I can approach the other fellows to see if they might be interested in a special job.
A special job? May I ask what you're referring to?
Certainly. Since Lord Marsh began his special education program in 1889, he foresaw that such people would need an occupation of some kind. And so, with or without education, we propose these opportunities to work with Lord Marsh. It offers the less fortunate a chance to help make London a better place.
That's remarkable.
Yes, indeed. In order to truly see, one requires vision, yes, but also insight. And Lord Marsh has believed this since he was a child.
Oh, Dr. Fisher makes it all sound so romantic. Let's close this topic.
Forgive me, Lord Marsh. You're looking very pale. Might I offer Dr. Watson's assistance?
That is kind of you, but I feel confident that I can provide Lord Marsh with the care that he requires.
How long have you been like this, my lord?
I'm fine, Dr. Watson. Don't fuss. It's only influenza. I'll be better in a few days. I can feel it already.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these...
I'm gratified by your interest in my charity. You're the first who has offered to help.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help all these poor people.
I'm intrigued by the special education program.
Lord Marsh, hunting with his friends.
Ah, my dear comrades, Lord Collins and Lord Harrington. If it wasn't for this godforsaken English malady, I'd be with those rapscallions right now.
All in due time, my lord.
Last year, 3 orphans were put through medical college. Thanks to Lord Marsh and the special education. Last year. John Strobridge. I've seen this name before. It was on a missing persons poster. I can't quite work it out. Do you have any idea as to the number of people who might owe you their lives?
Oh, don't embarrass me, Mr. Holmes. But indeed, these people have become like a family to me.
That would be a fairly large family, I imagine.
Yes, the list would be longer than any of your short stories. As for how large, well, Fisher is the one who keeps record.
Might we take a glance at the list?
I regret that is impossible. It is confidential. I stand firm upon that point, Mr. Holmes.
I quite understand. We'll most certainly send a donation towards your educational program. I shall take my leave then. I thank you both, and I wish you all the very best, gentlemen.
Likewise, Mr. Holmes. Is there something else that interests you? Despite my title, yes, I have to share my home with these bags full of food for the poor. I'm gratified by your interest in my charity. You're the first who has offered to help.
Lord Marsh believes that he can help.
I'm intrigued by the special education program.
It appears that Lord Marsh spent a great deal of his money on aiding the poor. I've never seen so many provisions. Aid for the poor. Bags full of food. Locked. It's... A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst was providing his son with the best education that he could afford. A collection of worn-out and second-hand books. George Hurst would...
Father bought all those books.
Foods... Well, I can see the preparations for peasant soup. A clever concoction for somebody with apparently no culinary skills. Well, I can see the...
My
George Hurst's work was varied. Old clothes.
The roof leaks all the time.
Just some old things. Just some old...
in arms, stronger together, stronger than ever.
Bosses beware. When we're screwed, we multiply.
No gods, no masters. The child labour law sent your kids to school instead of the coal mine.
Just leave the post on the doorstep. Just leave the post on the doorstep.
The roof leaks all the time. Father used to fix it. Mr. Holmes, do you have any news about my father?
Tom, not so fast. I wanted to ask you if you remember your father mentioning anything about a special education program.
An education program? No, he only talked about a special job.
What's this box, Tom?
Oh, yeah. I just found it, Mr. Holmes. It was ever so well hidden. I've no idea why.
Well done, my boy. It could prove very helpful. A ramrod to clean a rifle. This oil can also be used on weapons. Tom, does your father own a rifle?
A rifle? No. If he had, he would...
I'm sure that he wouldn't have shown it you. I need to find this rifle. This scrap of cloth was used to oil a firearm. Tom, does your father have any other property?
No. Well, at least I don't think so.
I have to take Toby. He'll take a sniff of the oil, and we'll find that rifle. Well, I can see the preparations for peasant soup. A clever concoction for somebody with apparently no culinary skills.
Please, sir, find my father.
Come on, Toby. It's time for you to earn your keep. Watson?
I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition... I prefer to visit Lord Marsh. I'm worried about the condition of his health.
I have better things to do than roam the streets of London with Toby. I have better...
Search, Toby, search.
It's only a garden shed. Let's go on. It's only a garden shed. Let's go on. What's in there? Nothing that could Pile of rubbish. It's not here. Old things. Just let's try to get inside. There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space for... There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space for this lockpick. There's no space for this lockpick. Let's compare this list with the evidence that we found earlier. This is the list of selected participants for October's special education program. According to this poster, John Strobridge is missing. Let's compare them with people from Hearst documents. This man appears in both documents. All the people in Marsh's document are marked and dated in George Hurst's files. News clippings on Lords and the education program. Why are they here? A map of Epping Forest. A map of Epping... This case must have been full of cartridges.
This case